Hello, it's Crypto Mason. First of all, I would like to bring you up to speed. Today we will talk about a fundamental shift in the global landscape, the tokenization of real-world assets, and about the company that has become a leader in this field. Let's start with the basics. What is tokenization? Let's take a look at how Wikipedia defines it. It is the process of converting rights to a real asset, for example, real estate, into digital tokens on a blockchain. Each token represents a fraction of ownership in that asset, granting its holder the right to receive a portion of the income generated by the asset in the form of regular payouts as well as stake in its overall value. Now that the core concept is clear, let me introduce a company that has turned this technology into a fully operational global business model. This company is eState. It is a company that identifies, thoroughly evaluates and acquires real-world real estate, then tokenizes it on the Binance Smart Chain blockchain and offers EST tokens for purchase on its own platform. In essence, the company converts physical real estate assets into digital tokens, making property ownership and income generation accessible to people all over the world through digital assets. So, let's imagine that we have, for example, a house or an apartment in Miami worth $1 million. In theory, I could buy this property, rent it out on a daily basis, and around $1,000 per day, and later sell it at a higher price. However, I don't have $1 million to make such a purchase, and I don't want to risk investing all my capital into a single asset. Not everyone can afford to acquire such properties in order to rent them out and generate profit in the future. This is exactly where tokenization comes in. Thanks to eState, we can now purchase fractional ownership of these apartments and receive income proportional to our fraction. Here's how it works. The apartments go through the tokenization process via eState and are divided into EST tokens, each priced at $10, resulting in a total of 100,000 EST tokens. These tokens can be purchased by anyone, and this is the most important part. You no longer need $1 million. Now you only need $10 to start owning income generation real estate that can deliver returns for decades. I should emphasize that whether through the traditional approach or through tokenization, you are ultimately owning the same real estate, only the method changes. Mind-blowing, right? Let's move on. If eState is responsible for tokenization, then who actually owns the real estate? A great question. eState is a partner of a live property, a company that owns multiple real estate assets both in the United States and in other parts of the world. This company has been operating in the real estate market for over 50 years, and its owner, Maya Hamilton, has dedicated his entire life to the real estate industry. He is a highly experienced professional with decades of expertise behind him. His reputation was built over many years, and he is well known within the professional community. It was precisely his experience that motivated the adoption of modern solutions such as real estate tokenization, a model that removes the drawbacks of traditional approaches and elevates the entire market to a completely new level. Speaking of professionals, Mike is not the only one. The CEO of eState is Brandon Stephens. He built his career through RE/MAX and later founded ARDR, an international association of agents led by Carol Peterson, who served as head of agents. Brandon essentially created a new profession, introduced a new ecosystem, and connected digital technologies with real-world assets, enabling people all over the world to earn regardless of their background or past experience, and even without initial capital. But more on that a bit later. I personally made sure that this ecosystem is managed by true professionals, and that is why it can be trusted. When you purchase real estate, ownership provides you with lifetime passive income, structured through a two-phase profit distribution system. Active phase lasts 18 months. During this period, the buyer receives enhanced returns. Accruals are calculated from Monday to Friday. The amount of daily income depends on the specific property and ranges from 0.32 to 1% per day. Passive phase, also known as the lifetime phase. After the first 18 months, your income does not stop. You begin receiving a guaranteed fixed return of 10% per year, based on the initial investment amount. Payouts are made every 6 months and continue indefinitely. In other words, you acquire a fractional stake in a real estate asset, receive increased returns for 18 months, and then remain a co-owner of the property forever with an annual income of 10%. This creates a solid foundation for long-term financial planning and stability. Today, eState has surpassed all competitors, not merely by setting a high standard, but by building the future right now. eState is already shaping it through its technologies and thousands of satisfied clients worldwide. The company has transformed real estate into a simple and transparent asset, accessible to everyone. Let's look at a practical example. You purchase 1,027 EST, which equals $10,270 in the commerce property located in Phoenix, Arizona. This real estate asset generates approximately $70 or $75 per day in income. Since property profits are accrual on weekdays only, this amount averages over $1,500 per month. Over 18 months, you receive an average of $27,500 in net profit. After that, the lifetime passive phase begins. Over 10 years, at 10% per year, you receive an additional $10,270 in conservative income. In addition, you always have an exit option. In the event that a particular property becomes illiquid, the company sells the asset and performs a buyback of the tokens from the holder at the original purchase price, $10 per 1 EST. There is one more point that is especially inspiring. Every estate asset can be passed on by inheritance. This means that in the future, your children and grandchildren can inherit your tokenized real estate. In this way, with eState, you create an asset that will outlive you, an asset that works for you today and for your children tomorrow, an asset that remains. Now let's return to the new profession. You can not only buy tokenized real estate, you can also sell it. Yes, you heard that right. You can now become a digital real estate agent. And by the way, it is much easier than being a traditional one. Let's compare. A traditional real estate agent is constantly on the move. Property showings, meetings, paperwork. Deals can take months to close. The process is generally long. Competition is extremely high, and income is highly unstable. On top of that, you are often tied to a single country or even a single city. So why is being a digital real estate agent easier? First, there are no geographical boundaries. Your clients can be from any country or from many countries at the same time. Everything is online. A single conversation can lead to a potential deal, with no travel and no property showings. You can work from anywhere in the world, even from your own home. Second, the entry is fast. You do not need a real estate license. ARDR issues you a personal agent certificate, after which you can immediately close your first deal. To get started, you only need to pay a membership fee to the Real Estate Association, $9 per month or $90 per year, and complete an agent application form. In this form, you provide information about yourself, your experience, and your goals, and then sign the contract using your electronic signature. And finally, third, your growth here is literally unlimited. Let's take a closer look at what you receive as an estate agent. The company provides its agents with a complete learning ecosystem, educational materials, the platform itself in multiple languages, video guides, and a large community. eState has implemented a career progression system for agents, 20 agent levels, each of which comes with rewards. However, the real highlights lies elsewhere in the income generated from selling tokenized real estate and from building your own team. So, for sales, an agent receives deal commission and profit commission. You earn deal commission from sales across 8 levels in depth. On the first level, you receive 6% instantly. From the second to the fifth level, you receive 2%, and from the 6th to 8th levels, receive 1%. This is the commission that is paid immediately after a deal is closed. It is important to note that in order to receive commissions from the second level, you must first become a level 2 agent, and so on, all the way up to level 8. In addition, once you become a level 4 agent, you unlock income generated from income itself, the so-called profit commission. On the first level, you receive 5%, on the second and third levels, 2%, and on the fourth and fifth levels, 1%. This commission is also unlocked progressively as your agent level increases. For example, if you are a level 5 agent, you will receive profit commission from your deals on the first and second levels. Let's take a closer look at the completed deal to make this clearer. So imagine you are a level 1 agent. and you close a deal selling tokenized real estate worth $100,000. Here's what you receive: $6,000 in deal commission for closing the transaction. You immediately advance through several agent levels, since reaching agent levels 4 requires $25,000. In cumulative agent sales volume, you become a level 4 agent, unlocking profit, commission, and receiving the corresponding level up rewards. From profit commission, you earn 5% of the buyer's daily income generated from their purchase. This amounts to approximately $43 per day, $250 per week, and nearly $1,000 per month. You will receive this monthly income throughout the entire active phase of the purchase, which lasts 80 months. In summary, from this single deal, you will receive more than $23,000 in total income over an 80-month period. Friends, we are at the very beginning of a direction that is projected to become $16 trillion market by 2030. This is supported not only by forecasts, but also by active involvement of Trump, JP Morgan, BlackRock, Vanguard, and other key global players. Like any financial investment, this is not a bank deposit. Here we work with real assets, real estate that has existed, exists today, and will continue to exist in the future. My name is Crypto Mason. For almost a year now, I have been building my own businesses within this company. During this time, I have created an international network of clients around the world. And every single one of them is satisfied with the stable and transparent performance of e-estate. My partner, Anthony Deloach, personally visited Miami and toured one of the tokenized apartments. You can find this video too on YouTube. The potential here is truly limitless. Become part of e-estate. Take part in online webinars and offline events. If you are looking for an opportunity to earn from real assets, leverage digital technologies, and build long-term capital, now is the time to act. Explore the platform, choose your role, buyer or agent, and take your first step today.